Hey y'all, it's Robert from Crazy Demons. I just thought that I would get more incorporated in the channel. I know that I've kind of went through a relapse of being missing for a while and I'm kind of absent in a few group play videos. And I decided that I thought I'd try to make up with that with a couple of single player stuff. So I've decided I'm going to record some Dark Souls because, as some of you may know, I may have mentioned this in our last video. I don't know if you put it in. That to be honest with you, Dark Souls is probably one of my favorite games. So, with that said, I'm going to do a Let's Play of it. And I've already tried this once, and the thing didn't upload, unfortunately, and I was a little upset about it. But I've kind of just decided that I'm try again. So, let's just jump straight into this. So, as I said, Dark Souls is a relatively important game in my life. It's kind of the thing that gave me the masochistic, or masochistic, however you say it, vibe when it came to video games. I've always liked a challenge ever since I really played this game. I used to always hate doing games that were difficult or I always had trouble with. And finally, after playing this for several hours, I are over 200 hours clocked in, I decided that, hey, why not? I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into it. Let me move that. Wires aren't good in videos. I'm actually going to skip this because it's like a 10-minute long intro, and I kind of want to keep these videos short just for uploading purposes, so I'll most likely be making a few of these pretty quick. And uploading them relatively quickly, too. And I do apologize for any focusing or HD quality errors. I'm kind of using my phone, as I don't really have the luxury of being able to use an Elgato, nor do I have the luxury of having a decent computer on hand. So, quality, I apologize. Sorry about that, losing my voice. I apologize for the quality and the fact that the focusing is going to be a little wonky in between intense areas of movement or cutscenes or anything like that. Demon on the roof! But, so let me give a lowdown of this game for those of you who have never played or seen gameplay of this. This is a game created by From Software. It's the predecessor to Demon Souls, but according to their line of games, it's not considered a Souls game, is what they're called. So it's the predecessor to Demon Souls, but Dark Souls is the first in a trilogy. I'm letting this video out about 5 years after this game was released, giving kind of a throwback to 2011. Yeah, the producers are From Software, Havoc, Bandai Namco, and a few other smaller ones that aren't really advertised on the loading screens. But this game was created because the creator of it, which I cannot recall his name off the top of my head, which I feel kind of bad for. I don't know this game as much as some people do. With that said, it's kind of, he wanted a game that he could challenge himself with. The original reason that Dark Souls was created was it wasn't because he wanted to appeal to the audience. He wanted to make a game that him as a producer and the CEO of a company, a gaming company, and his members could enjoy, but have a troubled time beating it. Which is kind of interesting to say that even producers and makers of the game actually have a difficult time with it. And that really shows dedication in game creation, because you have these people that are going against the edge of these recycled games, and they decide that they wanted to create a game that was difficult for even the people who made it. Ah. Which is really saying something if you ask me. But you don't necessarily have to ask me, so... I do apologize that I'm doing this by myself. I know that this channel is kind of really big on group activities, but the issue is no one's really on right now, and I kind of want to get a single player in. And I was talking with Zeke on the previous recording of this, but it didn't work out quite as well as I wanted, and I was genuinely upset about that. But I got past it after the 2 hours of trying to prepare the video and then the 3 hours of uploading only to find out that it fails. I think the issue was the length of it. I had like an hour-and-a-half long video, and I think I'm going to cut it down to about 20 minutes per video just so I can actually make this more of a Let's Play series instead of a Let's Watch and sit through 3 hours of a guy playing a game. It's not quite as enjoyable when it's put that way. I'm actually going to go over here and kill this guy, because I'm not going to get miracles, and this guy doesn't sound anything good. So this is oh, I forgot the mace does bleed damage. But one thing about Dark Souls that's really nice is it's free roam, make your own choice throughout the entire game. Yeah, he only has force. He's probably gonna hit me with it. Or attempt to. But, I love this game with a passion. And I really have no reason for loving it, other than the fact that it hurts. It hurts a lot. Not necessarily your feelings, but just everything hurts when you play this game. It's kind of an interesting setup. Like, those aren't weapons that you would see for a cleric. A cleric wouldn't really use a mace. I mean, or they do have a Morning Star. Sorry, mace and Morning Stars are completely different. He wouldn't really use a Morning Star, nor would they really use a Tower Knight shield. I believe that's what that shield is. Very unconventional armor set, too. That's what force does. That stagger, though. Not having any poise doesn't help. And GG. Yeah, I don't like you, and I need souls, so... Hopefully, this video will go more successfully. Not only in terms of, play style, but I died like 5 times in the beginning of the game, which never happens. Like, I can't say I'm a professional at this game, but it was sad. Like, I died trying to make this jump over here. It was pathetic. Oh, that ain't cool. So the logistics of this game, the storyline behind it is fire suddenly started. These people got Lord Souls. After they got these Lord Souls, they used their abilities to kill a bunch of dragons, causing the Age of Fire, and now the fire's dying, and your goal is to either 1, kill it, or 2, rekindle it. But I won't spoil anything for those of you who are actually watching this for gameplay and content, because I know that some of you aren't necessarily as familiar with Dark Souls as myself or a few other people that I know. But I know this is kind of mindless commentary. I'm just kind of bored getting myself out there, especially with starting YouTube, being completely new to it, and not necessarily being new to the channel, but being newly reincorporated within the channel, being within the last couple of videos that have been let out. Even since 4 months ago was our last video, as of not including the newest ones. But a little more about myself. I've known Zeke for about 5, maybe 6 years. When I first moved here, I'm not going to give place, but when I first moved to where I am now from South Carolina, I know you're like, where's the accent? I kind of lost it. But I moved here about 6 years ago, and Zeke was actually the first person I met when I got here, and he doesn't live here. His dad does, and he visits his dad during the summer. Unfortunately, he's not coming down for this summer for personal reasons. But, yeah, there was, I met him and my friend Caleb were the first two I ever ran into here, and I remember 6 years ago, being the young kids we were, I was new, and I was sitting on our front porch with my mom, and she's like, hey, why don't you go make some friends? And I was like, alright. So I saw some people down the street that were hanging out, playing, whatever you called it as a child. And one happened to be Zeke, and the other was Caleb. And I introduced myself. It was actually kind of funny, because when I first introduced myself, they didn't hear me, so I had to repeat it. But yeah, I got to know the guys, and they introduced me to Marcus, which Marcus has been in the video, few actually. And it's really nice to know that just meeting them that day has done so much for me as a whole. Has made me not only a better person, but has gotten me to where I am today. And I don't think I could have asked for anything more. And I know I'm not giving one of those this is my life videos, my story videos, but it's just nice to kind of talk about something that means so much to me and means so much to them, because I know that they feel the same way too. And it's just the years that have gone by are just amazing. I could not have asked for anything better. And I was a little skeptical when I first moved here. I didn't really enjoy where I was, mostly because I didn't really know people at the time. But I didn't enjoy my surroundings very much. And there we go. And I just officially, I don't really know how to put it without sounding super sappy. Yeah. If anything I've said makes sense, then that's pretty much all I have to say. So back to Dark Souls, no longer my sappy stories. I just got my favorite weapon. You guys are probably like, oh, why would you kill an NPC? Why would you kill a merchant? And then I say to you guys, you do it in Fallout all the time. But the reason why I killed him was because he drops this weapon, this butte right here. The wonderful Uchikatana. It's an amazing weapon, and it's a katana, so it automatically has bleed damage. It scales through Dex, and it has a B scaling of Dex, which is relatively high, but once you get it to plus 15, which is the highest normal path upgrade you can get, the scaling goes to plus A, or goes to A scaling and Dexterity, and with most of my builds, I generally have a high Dexterity. Reason why I usually do it on Sorcerers is because you get a casting speed bonus the higher your Dexterity is. It caps at 45, but you use spells faster. Interesting fact. Interesting Dark Souls fact of the day. I didn't get that wind up. I don't know if anyone's really gonna be watching this, but if you would like me to kill all the bosses, excluding the DLC ones, because I have access to the DLC, but I don't know it well enough. Oh no. Let me just go absent for a second. Oh, village. Ooh, a battle axe. The bandit starts with that. But if you would like me to do an actual full run of all bosses on base game, I can do that. Just leave a comment. I know that not very many people are going to see this, and not even that many people are necessarily subscribed to us, but regardless, it's still kind of the idea. And that's 2 parries in a row. Can we go for a third, ladies and gentlemen? I don't want to do it on the stairs. And there's the third. Let's go for a fourth. Why the hell not? Ooh, flaming barrel. That's cute. Ah, that ain't fair. I anticipated that way too much. Bummer. Bummer. Alright, I can do one of two things here. So, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna take the shortcut, because a shield I want to get is down here. God, if Havel kills me, I'm gonna be so PO'd. For those of you who don't know who Havel is, you're about to meet him. He's this wonderfully nice person. Oh, that was close. A little too close. Nah. I'm not gonna go over there because there's a freaking Hydra the size of a 10-story building. Don't want to deal with that. You're gonna hear me rambling a bit too. I'm actually moving much faster than I usually do. You're gonna hear a lot of rambling too, of just me talking to myself, asking me why I did certain things. Like why I did that. Actually, that wasn't a bad idea. And I'm off. But I do promise, I've been talking with Zeke lately, we will be doing a bit more diversity within our games. I mean, I'm just still going to be uploading these Dark Souls Let's Plays, but we're definitely going to have a lot more diversity within our games. We plan on recording Tekken Tag Tournament 2. But we plan on recording that pretty soon, actually. Probably because right now we're both currently trying to get some more stuff together. I'm relatively busy with some personal stuff recently, and to be honest with you, I don't have nearly as much time on my hands as I wish I did. And then Zeke, as well, is also dealing with a lot himself in terms of busyness, and we're both managing pretty well, still able to get videos out there for the fans who want to see them, even though we have like 21 subscribers. But if anyone happens to stumble upon us, I mean, good to them. Oh, that's right. That character is slightly wonky, as he tends to throw random lightning. Hey! Purchase item. How about that? And that. And then reinforce weapon. Yes. Sorry for all the controller clicking. I tend to move relatively quickly with this. Oh, I'm gonna learn the gesture real quick. I just love how my hand's like, I'm gonna light the bonfire on the side. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a full playthrough of this, because why not? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go kill these enemies over here, and I'd probably say that's a wrap for the first video, and I'll make sure that I'll keep these coming pretty quick at you guys. Try to keep them 25 minutes or less so there's no storage issues or anything like that, just because it has to save on the phone before uploading, which sucks. Takes up like 7 gigabytes for an hour and a half long video, which doesn't sound like much, but on a phone, that is a lot. Come on, mace wielder. Now that's a mace. The other was a morning star. Oh, this guy has something for me. Ooh, a long sword. In Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, the equivalent to the Wanderer class, the one I'm playing as right now, is the Duelist. Thank God he doesn't go for 3. I would have been screwed. Gotta chip away at its health. Oh, I killed it. I must have killed it with bleed damage. Sick. Oh, I got steel leggings. Yeah, that's a really rare thing to get this early game. I'm not gonna be able to wear them and still fast roll, but yeah, I'm not gonna try to kill him by myself, but I'd say that's a wrap. I'm gonna probably continue this series a bit later. Probably still continue with the videos. So thanks for watching. This was Robert from Crazy Demons.